In this exercise, you are asked to create a Lambda function, run that Lambda function, and then observe the metrics from that Lambda function that get propagated into CloudWatch. Here I have a Lambda function. Note that its name is Udacity. I've run this Lambda function several times. And now let's head over to CloudWatch and take a look at what is actually sent to CloudWatch metrics from this Lambda function. So we go over to the CloudWatch service user interface. We've got a lot of information here. I'll look down the left-hand side from the menu and pick Metrics. Then we see a space for graph at the top and the different metric categories at the bottom. So we want to go to Lambda, and then we want to search by function name. And again, here we note that the Lambda function that we were just actually running was called Udacity. And so now we see at the top we have our Udacity function, and on the right side we see the different metrics available for that function. So we check the box next to the Udacity Lambda function's invocations. We can see our graph shows some data. So what it's currently showing us is, we can see in graphed metrics, this is showing us the average. So this is showing us a 5-minute average of how many times this Lambda function was invoked. Here we have some other options. We can change it from 5 minutes down to 1 minute. And we can see that it was run during some minutes and not in others. And we can also change from an average to the sum, or any of these other things, minimum, maximum. We change it to the sum, we can see we've got some more data, some more interesting data. We can also change the time range that we can look at. So this is currently showing us 3 hours. Since we've only been running this Lambda recently, we can switch to just a 1-hour view. And then we see how we've got some spikes, some different information over the course of the last hour or so. If we go back to all metrics, we can also look at other things such as duration. Here we can see the actual duration of the Lambda function. We can have different sums or different time periods per metric, and then we can graph these and use these graphs to understand what's been going on with our applications.